Recently, I bought the Samsung Z Flip, and I'm shocked how much it actually affected my content creation workflow.
It has a unique form factor which opens up to a variety of filming options. Beyond the physical, there are also software features which I thought was only possible on dedicated devices.
So, in this video, I'll be sharing you guys 5 ways how this has affected the way I plan, film, or organize my videos. Now, before we continue, just a light disclaimer. This video might be model specific. I'm sure there are other mobile phones out there such as the Razr 50 and the Oppo N5, which also has a flip function. But some of the functions that I'll be mentioning are actually specific to the Samsung Galaxy ecosystem. So just take note of that. Now, I'm also aware that Samsung came out with their new Z Flip 6, but the one that I'm having is actually the Z Flip 5. Why I got the Z Flip 5 is because it only costs below 900, while if I get the Z Flip 6, it actually comes out at about 1,500. The upgrades and the new features does not really justify the huge gap in price. That's why I decided to just stick with the Z Flip 5. Number 1 is the Camcorder Mode. Now, for all those who are actually scratching your head, what exactly is a camcorder? This is a camcorder, and it was actually used in the past mainly for shooting videos. Now, this phone is actually able to shoot that, but just for comparisons, how do we usually shoot our mobile videos? It's this way. You open up, and you hold your phone this way, and if you happen to have a ring holder, we will open it out to hold it sort of this way, which might be a bit challenging as sometimes the phone might be very wide and hard to hold. Now, all I have to do for this phone to get into camcorder mode is just to fold it this way and turn it this way. And as you can see, the phone automatically orientates to this format. I can just press record over here. It's so much more natural to hold in this format. And as I film, there's actually this horizon lock, horizon level, to let me know whether my video is actually not leveled. Is there another word for it? I can go up and go down. So the way I hold it feels so much more natural and comfortable to hold. A way that is actually very unique and specific for flip phones out there. Now next is their 4 self-standing modes. Now, if you don't really notice, one of the unique selling points of these mobile phones are its ability to self-stand, meaning I do not need a tripod for it to be able to stand on its own. And I can actually film it in 4 modes. So now let's start with the first one, which is the A frame. I'll consider the A frame, which is this way. And we can turn it to the side. And we can use the laptop mode, this way. The back laptop mode, and then the other way. There's actually one that is pretty obvious, which is the laptop mode. So if you can actually turn it over this way. So this is like the mini laptop mode. The orientation is right over here. And the mobile phone is actually facing me. Now, the best cameras are actually at the back. The one that's actually front facing for most cameras out there are actually the weaker ones. So just take note of that. But either ways, we have nearly 5 different ways to be able to self-shoot, self-film. Now, next is auto-framing. Now, what is auto-framing? Okay, if you can look at the phone, once you press down the down button over here, there are actually a few options. Okay, ignore my screen record. So once I press this, okay, just read it, it says auto-framing. So once I press it, this auto-framing feature is actually on. So what I want to do is just put the phone on the floor. And I can just walk around. And as you can see, it actually follows me wherever I go. And just crops into my body itself. So if I ever move slightly towards the right side, it actually just crops into where I am, ignoring the background. Quite neat, huh? Now, will I always be using this function? Certainly not. But if ever I want to save time cropping myself within the image itself, I think this is quite a quick and easy way to save on editing time. I don't have to crop myself in each of the frame by just using this mode itself, which I think is quite brilliant. Number 4 is object removal. Now, this object removal is available only on Samsung photo editing apps, and you can actually do it with just one tap. So what you want to do is just to have a photo of yourself. So I'm going to just quickly take a photo of myself over here. So all you want to do is just to open up the photo which you have just taken and just hold on your photo. And you can automatically trace out your outline. And you can either save it as a sticker and choose between different options such as outline, cutout, vintage or cartoon. So let's just use the outline. I can also just save it as an image. After holding it, I'll click on these 3 dotted buttons over here and just click Save as Image. Ta-da! Simple and easy, just with one tap of a button. Most of the time, I'm actually using Photoshop to trace my outline out. So this might be one of the bigger game changers. Last but certainly not least is script reading. Now, most of the time you actually read your scripts, or at least for me, I'll read it on my phone itself. So my script actually just looks like this. Now, sometimes it actually is a little bit inconvenient to have such a huge device out of my pocket. But what I can do with this phone is, I can just simply close the screen and flip out to this menu. And you actually have different apps which you can use. So I can just click on this Google Docs, and my script is literally over here. This is so much more convenient to hold. I can just look at this without having to flip out my phone to go in all the way just to find my script. I can just refer this and keep it in my pocket this way. If the words are too small, you can actually just pinch in to be able to look at the words clearly. It's like you're having all the same functions of having it open up, but just on a smaller screen, which I feel is specifically unique for flip phones, especially for the Samsung Galaxy Flip.
This flip phone certainly isn't an oversell. It has made huge leaps in my content creation workflow, providing incredible conveniences which I never thought was possible. I now no longer need a tripod or additional screen for self-filming and have multiple and interesting ways to capture videos. Overall, this flip phone is small, light, and most importantly fun to use. It's going to be incredibly difficult to go back to a regular phone with the features this phone has spoiled me with.
So, are you impressed with the features of this mobile phone? And which is your personal favorite? I'm curious, let me know down in the comments below. Either ways, I just opened up another channel for shorts, because I know not everybody who likes long form content likes short content. So if you're interested in short content, do go over there. I'll leave it down in the description below, so do check it out. If not, see you guys in the next video.